Thanks, Mr. Traffic. Mr. Traffic, you're certainly a very funny guy, so you should definitely pay attention to our next interview right here. It's right up your alley. Great comedy. What do Mike Myers, Tina Fey, and Stephen Colbert all have in common besides, like Mr. Traffic, being funny? They were all in the famous Chicago-based comedy troupe Second City, but a new cast of comedians is climbing up the ranks there and making their way here to South Florida, including Marla and Eddie Pina, who join us right now. And I guess the first thing to do is welcome you to warmth.
Yeah,
because you're coming
definitely.
from Chicago.
Absolutely,
so.
Right,
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Feels good to
Yeah.
not have 30 layers on every day.
Yeah.
So.
And you're from Hialeah originally.
I am, yeah. Born in Miami Beach and raised in Hialeah and went to UF, so I'm a Florida girl.
Gator, there you go. Well done. So tell us about El Show Mas Funny. Let's hear about it.
Well, it's a very funny show. It's a very Cuban-centric, but it's got a little something for everybody. So you don't necessarily have to speak Spanish or be Cuban in order to enjoy it. It's a great mix of archival material from Second City and new material that we've written just for this trip.
Yeah.
I understand there's some Sonia Sotomayor humor. Is that right?
Yeah. There's a Sotomayor joke. There's some political stuff. There's a lot of family relationship stuff.
Yeah.
And you mentioned all those great Second City names. We actually have archive scenes that were written by some of those people, which is pretty amazing to, as a performer, to do.
I would imagine it inspires you when you see the career of Tina Fey. What a fantastic career she's had, right? And 30 Rock is such a brilliant show. So, you know, obviously there are success stories from Second City.
Oh, absolutely.
There's I have a buddy of mine who was on the Second City main stage who recently got hired for Saturday Night Live. So it's definitely an avenue for bigger and better things. But it's just a fantastic opportunity, and it's a great honor just to be performing for Second City.
Is there a Second City handshake? Like if you ever go audition for Tina Fey, do you give her the hand and then the fist bump, and she's like, "Oh, you're hired"?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be great. Even if it were, we wouldn't be able to tell you.
Of course, obviously.
Yeah.
Darn, I was trying to learn it.
So close.
Union rules, lots of complicated.
I did. Oh, union rules. I did try. Is your show totally scripted? Is there improv? How's it work?
Well, a typical Second City review is like a variety of stuff. There's scripted scenes, there's songs, there's silent stuff with no words, and then we do have little chunks that are improvised. And if you catch our show on a night where we have one show, we actually do what's called a set, which is a 20-minute piece. It's like a little show dessert where we kind of improvise the whole thing. And we take suggestions from the audience, so...
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, that's always fun. Like, you know, is it a fair comparison to say it's sort of like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Is it elements like that?
Yes and no. Yes and no. It is in that it's made up on the spot. You'll probably never see that scene again exactly as it is. But we'll get something from the audience, a suggestion, a word, an occupation, something like that. And the audience usually gets a big kick out of seeing their suggestion being brought to life on stage.
Well, you guys are lucky because we're out of time, because I was about to give you a scenario. Maybe we're unlucky because it might have been amazing.
Maybe you have to just see it on stage.
See, well done. Look at you. A little promoter right there. Well, if you want to see it on stage, you catch El Show Mas Funny by the Second City's local company now through March 28th at the Adrian Arch Center. And if you want to go, you just head to southflorida.com for more information. We'll hook you up with all the ticket info that you need. Thanks so much, guys, for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
Coming up.